You know, it really feels like AI just exploded onto the scene, right? Like it came out of pretty much nowhere. But the truth is, what we're seeing right now is just the latest chapter in a super long, kind of dramatic story. One that's full of incredible hype, some pretty crushing disappointments, and then these unbelievable comebacks. Okay, let's dive in and uncover the real history of artificial intelligence. So, it really all boils down to this one big question. Is AI this brand new thing that just got invented, or is it a dream that's been kicking around for like 70 years and is only now starting to come true? Well, the answer, it's not as simple as you might think. To really get to the bottom of it, we've got to go way back to the very beginning, the moment when this abstract fantasy of a thinking machine started to look less like science fiction and more like a real scientific possibility. It's actually wild how fast the ball got rolling back then. In 1950, you have the legendary Alan Turing giving us a way to even ask the question, can machines think, with his famous test? Then, boom, 6 years later, at a workshop at Dartmouth, the field gets its official name, artificial intelligence. And just 2 years after that, it gets its own special programming language, Lisp. So in less than a decade, this dream suddenly had a name, a test, and its very own set of tools. The stage was set. And with a name and those new tools, boy, did the field explode. This kicked off what you could only call a golden age of unbelievable optimism. I mean, researchers genuinely believed that the biggest challenges in AI were just a few years away from being totally solved. And look, this wasn't just some fringe prediction. This was the mainstream thinking from the absolute top minds in the field. They weren't thinking in centuries or even decades. They thought a fully solved AI was just a single generation away. The confidence was just incredible. And this confidence, it wasn't just talk. It was being fueled by what looked like real progress on ridiculously hard problems. I mean, they were building systems that could translate Russian to English during the Cold War, that could understand the rules of grammar, and could even master complex strategy games like chess. For a moment there, it really did seem like anything was possible. But then, the progress started to slow down. The easier problems are solved, but the really hard ones turned out to be monumental, way harder than anyone thought. That incredible optimism started to fade, the funding dried up, and the entire field walked right into a period we now call the first AI winter. So what exactly is an AI winter? It's a key part of this whole story. You can think of it as a cycle. The promises and the hype just massively outrun what the technology can actually deliver. And when that happens, investors and the public lose faith. The field gets a very cold dose of reality, and the funding just freezes over. And this really gets to the heart of the problem. The promise was for these amazing, general, human-like thinking machines. But the reality was that computers in the 1970s just weren't ready. They were way too slow, and they didn't have the massive amounts of data that modern AI just gobbles up. The ambition was there, for sure, but the technology just couldn't keep up. But here's the thing about this dream. It didn't die. In the 1980s, AI made this huge commercial comeback, but with a new, much more practical approach. Instead of trying to build a whole artificial human mind, researchers decided to focus on capturing the knowledge of just a single expert in one narrow field. Here's basically how they worked. You'd go interview, say, a top geologist, and you'd turn all their expertise into thousands of if this, then that rules. These systems were actually really powerful for specific things, like helping to find mineral deposits. And for a while, it was a billion-dollar industry. It totally looked like AI was back in a big way. Are you starting to see a pattern here? The hype machine fired right back up, and with it came those same unrealistic expectations. These expert systems were super expensive to build, a total nightmare to update, and they were really brittle. The second they saw a problem that wasn't in their rulebook, they just broke. And just like that, by the late 80s, a second, even longer AI winter began. For nearly 2 decades, AI was kind of out in the cold, out of the spotlight. But then, in the 2010s, something fundamentally shifted. An old idea called neural networks, basically computer systems that are loosely modeled on the human brain, suddenly started working. And I mean really working, incredibly well. This was the dawn of the deep learning revolution. To get a sense of the just sheer scale of this change, look at this number, 175 billion. That's how many parameters an early model like GPT-3 had. You can think of parameters as these tiny digital knobs that the AI tunes all by itself as it learns. We went from humans handwriting a few thousand if-then rules to an AI tuning billions of its own knobs automatically. It's a totally different universe. This really highlights the fundamental trade-off. The old way, expert systems, required a massive amount of human programming effort. The new approach, machine learning, pretty much swaps that out. It uses way less human effort, but in exchange, it needs just astronomical amounts of data. You're not programming rigid rules anymore. You're feeding the machine enormous libraries of information and letting it learn the patterns for itself. So why did this approach suddenly start working when it had failed for decades before? Well, it really came down to two key ingredients the pioneers just didn't have. First, the internet gave us these oceans of data we needed for training. And second, all these powerful new computer chips, like GPUs, finally gave us the raw horsepower to process it all. So after this whole roller coaster journey of booms and busts, of hype and winters, what are the key lessons we can actually take away from AI's pretty dramatic history? So what are the big lessons here? First, always be aware of the hype cycle. Progress in AI is a roller coaster, not a rocket ship. Second, be patient. Some of today's biggest breakthroughs are based on ideas that are over 50 years old. Third, technology is often the gatekeeper. Sometimes brilliant ideas just have to wait for the hardware to catch up. And finally, through all the winters and all the springs, that core dream of creating truly intelligent machines, it has never died. And that brings us right up to today. We are clearly living in a massive AI summer, maybe the biggest one in history. But now that we understand this pattern of hype and reality, we're left with one final, really important question. What season comes next?